Hello, first graders. Welcome back to a new social study lesson. Please get your book, Our Place in the World, ready, and let's start. We are in lesson 5, chapter 1, talking about past and present. So please open your book, page 186. In the previous lesson, we learned about culture, and we learned that each culture have special customs. We also learned that things that a group of people do together, that's called customs or culture. Celebrating important event is one of the customs. And we also learned that some special events that people celebrate could be the same like others or could be different. So we learn about parties, parade, wedding, graduation, baby showers, and all these special events or special days that we celebrate. Okay. For this lesson, we will be learning about traditions. So traditions are and how they bring people together. We're going to understand what tradition brings to us and why and how did it change our community. So if I look here at the special photo, I can see the family, they having dinner together. So this is kind of a primary source that this picture has been taken from an event that the special people, our tradition for people that they celebrate. Okay. Traditions we share. A tradition is a way of doing something. It's handed down over the years. The previous photo, page 187, show people eating a Thanksgiving meal. That is a tradition in the United States. People have Thanksgiving dinner every year at the same time of a year. Another tradition in our country is saying the Pledge of Allegiance. We put our hands on our hearts. Next, we look at the American flag. Then we say the words of the pledge. In many schools, children say the pledge every morning. Traditions bring us together. They help us feel like part of a group. We may come from different places. We may have different ways. Traditions are something that we can all share. And this is an example. We see children in a school, they are in their class, they saying the Pledge of Allegiance, and we see the American flag. So this is tradition that all school or majority of the school doing it in the beginning of the day. All right, let's see what we have here. What do you think this text will be about? We're learning about traditions, that things people do and they celebrate and they be doing it. So we have celebration like Thanksgiving, like in the previous picture. This one. Or like this picture for children with the teacher in their classroom in their school. Okay, so what is tradition? Is a way of doing something. So they say underline, so you need to underline this part. What is an example of a tradition? Then you have the Thanksgiving or the saluting the flag or the Pledge of Allegiance. Why are traditions important? Because it brings people together, because we share something together. All right, let's go for the simple exercise we always do. Explore the author's purpose. Remember, every time we learn something new. So one time we're talking about compare and we talk about contrast or talk about the graph. Today we're going to talk about the author purpose, the person who wrote this lesson. What's the purpose? The author purpose is the reason why the author writes text. So there is a reason why explain something or talk about special text. To find an author's purpose, read the text carefully. Look for detail that shows why the author may have written the text. Details, which is like clues or more information that help you know more about the text or about the main idea. Then you can ask yourself, why did the author write the text? So when we ask ourselves, when we look for details, we can get an idea what's the purpose. So for example, we have these graphs organized so your thoughts. So we have detail. A tradition is a way of doing something that is handed down over the years. So things have been happening for years. Okay, so what do you think the author purpose here? To give you information about traditions in the United States, because the examples starts for, and we have two examples for the United States, like the Pledge of Allegiance or the Thanksgiving celebration and special dinner. So the author purpose is to give information about traditions happening in the United States that lots of us share and taking part of it. So maybe we can write this down. We say to give information about traditions in the okay. Okay, next page. We're going to read some part in our research companion, and then we're going to answer these questions. So, but let's take a look first at the question. Write the details in your graphs organizer. So this is our graph organizer, and we have details as we're still talking about the author purpose. So we're going to have details, and we're going to write what's the author purpose about that details we're going to learn about, and we're going to write it down. So what we have here, people can have differences, but can share something too. So people can be different in something, but then they can share something. So let's read and find out. All right. How do traditions bring us together? We respect one another. Every person is different. We might travel in different ways. We might eat different foods, but something about us are the same. We might live in the same town. We might like the same music. Each of us is special. Find what is special about someone else. Ask questions. Listen. You might learn about something new that you like. So over here, we say people like to travel. There is more than one way to go from place to place. There is more than one way to eat food. So we see the little child holding a chopsticks and this one holding fork. Probably they're using different tools, but they're both still enjoying eating and playing together. Did you know American people follow at least 313 different religions and speak at least 350 languages? All right, let's think. Why should we learn about our differences? Give at least one reason. Because each of us are special. So when you do something different, it doesn't mean that you're not good. You're special. You're doing it in your way. You're doing it different than others. Make you unique. All right. Getting along at school. One way to get along with others at school is to show respect. This means to treat others in a kind and friendly way. Respect, it's very important, and we need to respect people everywhere. When you're outside, you respect your family members. When you're inside the house, you respect your friends. When you meet them outside, you respect your classmates in the class. You respect your teachers. You respect people in the street. When you go to supermarkets, when you go to stores, go to the library, we need to respect. When I respect, I treat people with kind and friendly way. They will treat me the same, so I'll be respected too. Traditions. Traditions are things that groups of people have done for a long time. You have traditions. Someone else may have different traditions. We ask about each other's traditions. That's how we learn new things. That is how we show respect. Like, for example, you'll be asking your friend, oh, you're eating with fork. Oh, I eat with chopsticks. Doesn't mean that your friend is better than you or you're better than your friend. No, you're both eating, but you're using different tools and you're good in it. Singing is one way to learn about traditions. As we see the children in the class, each of them using different instruments, and they singing probably something about celebrating birthday or celebrating special events. One team, different children. You see, it's one team wearing the same uniform with their coach, but we can tell that they are different. No, two people are exactly the same. Some people write with their left hand, some write with the right hand. Some came to America from another country, some were born here, some live in a farm, some live in cities. It's good to be different. So, to be different, that's mean you have a different way of dealing with things. And I need to respect that. So we know that. What does it mean to respect differences? Mean to treat it with kindness and friendly way, that I respect the way you sing, or I respect the way you play this game. I'm not going to say, oh, my way is better than yours or your way is better than mine. No, as long as we're getting along, maybe I'll learn something new. I learned that your game is nicer or more challenging than the way I play my games. Well, I'm going to use yours, or I'm going to I'm going to do the same way you play this special game, for example. Or I like the way you say hi with your own language. I would like to use it. So learning from each other, respecting each other's differences. Okay, learning from each other. We learn from each other. A powwow is a Native American tradition. Powwows have been held for thousands of years. Many Native American groups come together to celebrate their culture. Everyone is welcome. People dance and sing. They share stories and, of course, special food. Festivals can also be traditions. Some festivals celebrate Asian cultures. People can watch a dragon boat race or a lion dance. They can eat many kinds of Asian food. There might be a fireworks show. So that came from Asia. A tulip festival. A tulip festival celebrates Dutch culture. A tulip is a kind of flower. Dutch people brought tulips when they came here long ago. At these festivals, people can listen to Dutch music. They can watch Dutch dance, and they can also see millions of tulips. So it's a different way. You see different clothes, children wearing different clothes. They have represented the tulip with the big arts and crafts that they wearing or holding it. And also, I'm going to be listening to their special music. Of course, celebration like that could include fireworks. It could include also special food. And sometimes they give special souvenirs to take. So you remember that you attend this parade or you attend this special festival or a special parade, that they were giving away special unique items from their culture. Okay. All right. Over here, let's see what we have. Details. People can have differences, but can share something too. So that's what we have on page 191 in our book. So how do you learn about other traditions? That you ask others about their traditions. So you ask questions and you respect this. Tradition also, if, for example, a special music or a special dance that represent special culture. And as we say, what's the author purpose? The author purpose want to show us, as the readers or learners, that tradition can bring us all together. Like, I don't know about the tradition dance for the Dutch, but when I watch, I see the clothes and the costume they wear, I see the tulip, I listen to the music. So I learn something about other culture and other tradition for different people. Okay. So that was our chapter 4. We talked about past and present. We learned also about how has daily life changed us, how things looked long ago and now. We learn about also culture that shaped our countries. We learn about tradition, and we learn also about that people have probably different tradition or different culture, but we have to respect. And we learn that respect means accept people and treat them friendly and kindly. All right, so we're done with our chapter first graders, chapter 4, past and present. Thank you. Now we can go to the activity we had on page 151, 152, and answer that 152, 153, and answer that question, which is the new words and what did you learn about or the meaning of each word. That's it for today. Thank you. Bye-bye.